Are you working hard enough? No, I mean, are you really working hard enough? Are you really putting the work into yourself? Are you really putting the work in to find out what your passion is? We're going to show you how. Stay tuned. All right, everybody worldwide, you're now tuned into Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And I'm your host, Tom Danger. Back this week with a new episode. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been an amazing journey, personally and from a networking and building a community. I've met some amazing people. So I thank all of you for tuning in. I thank you for sharing your insights. I thank you for giving your feedback. I thank you just for the interaction, because you could tune into any hundreds of thousands of other podcasts that are out there, but every week you take your time to spend 20 minutes or so with us. So I definitely appreciate that. And before we go any further, please like, subscribe, and share. And I always recommend you sharing the podcast with someone who is looking for some tips or a little bit of guidance, who may be going through something and they can't quite figure it out. We are very non-judgmental. So if you have a subject or a situation that you're going through and you're looking for some general feedback, if it's something that I can help you with, please feel free to send an email, tommydanger@gmail.com, TOMMYDANGER@gmail.com. For those of you who don't feel comfortable in leaving things in the comments and going on social media, email is still more discreet. Eventually I will leave the text number on the screen or in the comments as well. So if you feel more comfortable with texting, you can also do that. And also, as always, if you send a text message to the number and join our text community, you have the option of getting an ebook, which is the 7 Steps, How to Start Your Ideas. Talks about how Russell Simmons rejected me at a luncheon when I tried to present him with a demo. It's really cool. It's a short read, so it can give you some framework if you're thinking about starting an online business, something as simple as launching an ebook or selling some merch, shameless plug, such as this Tommy Danger t-shirt that I have on. And all of these things will cost you little to no money. So if you're thinking about starting an idea, you're not sure where to begin, join the text community or shoot me an email and I'll get you that information. Or if you just want to rock out to some cool hip-hop music, you could also text me or email me and I'll shoot you over a copy of the 7 Steps mixtape. Now, to this week's subject matter. The question is, are you working hard enough? Are you really working hard enough? I was listening to, let me put this in phrases. I speak to several people throughout my days, and I meet some individuals who have amazing ideas. And a lot of you will start with your ideas, but you never see it through to, I won't even say to the finish. You never even see your ideas through to what you visualize it. But you will spend more time focusing on why it is you're not completed. And I really don't understand that frame of mind. I was talking to somebody a couple of months ago, and they have an amazing idea. This brother is very, very talented. I think he has one of the highest levels of financial backgrounds that I've ever come across. Just passionate about numbers, passionate about his community, and developed an amazing tool that can help teach people about finance. And in speaking with him, he would always just say like, oh, I have this idea, but And then the but always came into play. And most of the time, a couple things happen with the but. The first thing that most of you really have is the judgment. You're worried about what people think. We've talked about that before. If you're concerned about what people think, go back to the episode where we talk about criticism, right? And we discover or we talk about how to handle criticism. We're talking about the but and also making a decision as far as where you want to go with your idea. Where do you really want to go? A lot of us will start with something or we'll have 1,000 ideas, but we don't know what direction we want to go in. So where do you really want to take your idea? Now, again, this brother, he was crystal clear about where he wanted to take it, what he wanted to do. He even developed a demo of the product. I seen it. I thought it was amazing. I think it's something that can really rock the market, especially in today's climate with people, a lot of us don't budget. A lot of us budget is like when the money hit the bank account, you take a chunk of it and you pay your bills, or you do it backwards and you get yourself something nice and then you take care of your bills and then you're in debt, right? But a lot of us are getting a lot more smart, knowing that we have to be financially sound and make minimal investments so that we don't always have to depend on a job. We can potentially invest for our futures so that we have that cushion for a rainy day, not dependent on anybody else. So going back to the but. So then another thing that a lot of you will come across is, but I don't have enough money. Now, in the beginning of the podcast, I offered, right, 2 basic things that you could do that will cost you little to no money. I'm talking less than $100. And even with starting as small as that, let's say you don't have the $100. I'm pretty sure that you have some people in your circle that will give you $20. You need 5 people to give you $20 to launch your online store for merch or for you to do an ebook. I once had this lady on Twitter. She used to hit me, I want to say once a week. No shame in her game. Look, I'm hungry. My family needs to eat. Every week. $5 she would ask. Whatever you can give me. And she would happily take the $5. So in that example, this person, because they wanted something, and it was their means of, I don't know whether or not this was a scammer or if this was a person who truly need, but I believe that when you want to give, you give from your heart, you give with no expectation. But in that example, she had the courage to go online to social media and say, hey, I'm trying to do this. Can I have? Same thing you could do. A lot of people will be like, you know what? I don't rock with my family. I don't rock with friends because whatever reason. Fine. You don't want to go to family and friends? Reach out to strangers. Panhandle social media till you get what you want. Do what you got to do to get your stuff in order. Don't be one of those people who sit back and complain about life and all that you don't have and all that everybody else is doing. Like Black Friday just passed. You should have seen the number of people online launching their little products. Hand soaps, creams, books, t-shirts, merch, coaching services, financial services, marketing services, social media management. You name it. Everyone is running an e-course, discounted. I've seen people hustle YouTube pages, mark the pages to private, and say like, oh, I got a course. They just sitting there talking, sharing knowledge of what they know. And then they're going to hit you with a PayPal link like, yo, it's going to cost you $25 for these 4 modules. And I'd rather pay a person who has displayed through social media or through word of mouth that they have some knowledge of a subject matter, rather than to mess around just surfing the internet, getting lost in a bunch of garbage. I'd rather just go to the source. Teach me through your mistakes. What have you learned? I want to learn through you. I don't want to waste my time trying to figure it out. Give me a book. Give me some videos. Give me a podcast. Again, like I said in the beginning, if you know somebody who is trying to figure it out, who's trying to get themselves together, recommend this podcast, another podcast. There is no reason for any of us to feel as if we can't live the life that we want to live, because it's just too much information out here. It's too many people on TikTok that are telling you how to invest, telling you how to work the algorithm, telling you how to start a podcast. We're in the age of information overdrive. So why do you get stuck in the butt? Are you working hard enough? With all the information that is around you, what is stopping you from moving forward? You know what it is most of the time? It's two things. It's comfort and pride. Because the man that has a little bit of money coming in, he's too proud to go and sell his ideas to other people because of fear of rejection. But if you had no other means to get your bread, guess what you'll be doing? You'll be out there moving it. And I like to think of it this way. If you have a product and you sell it to one person, let's say you have to go through 100 people, and one person buys it. I'm talking outside of your mama. One person buys it. You tell a person how your product or service can help them, entertain them, make them feel a particular way. You tell them how it can help fill or solve a problem, and they buy it. If you can make one sale, you can make two. Stop letting your own ego and pride block you from moving forward. Don't let the excuses lead to your failure. And the only failure that you really have is not executing. But then you're going to sit back and you're going to complain about your job and how much you don't like it. But are you working at it every day? You know, I was speaking to a good friend of mine, and we're going to have him on the podcast soon, DJ Left. We were talking about his passion for what he does. He's been a DJ for well over 30 years. And I asked him, I said, out of the 30 years, did you ever stop DJing? I said, is there ever a day when you don't work on your passion? You know what his response is? No. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. None of that. He said, when I get in front of these turntables, I just get lost. And when I'm not in front of the turntables, I'm listening to music. And a lot of y'all just want to chill. You want to get your bag. You want to get your job. Then you want to work on your project a little bit. Just a little bit. And then you want to go chill. Nah. Ain't no time to chill. It's time to build. You got to get out there and work it. And it's all about your habit. A person that has a dedicated habit of working on something for 30 minutes to an hour every day will be further than the man who has spent a month working on something and it takes 11 months off. But if you just dedicate 1 hour every day, focused, nothing else distracting you. Turn off social media. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. And focus on what it is that you want to do. Don't be blinded by what other people are doing and what has been instilled in you to say, like, this is all that you can do. You can do a lot more. You just got to try different things. Expose yourself to different people. Expose yourself to different situations. That's how you're going to get there. Surround yourself by people who are moving. Surround yourself by the people who are tired. Let me rephrase that. Surround yourself with the people who are energized by what they do. And copy what they do. I love talking on this podcast. You have no idea. When I first started, I could only talk for a few minutes. I could talk just probably way too much, which is why I have to cut it short. I just want to give as much as I can because I used to be in that dark place. You don't have to stay in that dark place. You can come out of it. It's all in your mind. But you got to be willing to put the work in. You got to be willing to invest in yourself on a daily basis. Do your reflection. Think about, visualize where it is that you want to go, what it is that you want to do, and make a ton of mistakes. Go to sleep tired and wake up excited to do it all over again. That's how we live and that's how we going into 2021. We're not going to be the grumpy people no more. We're not going to complain about, 2020. Forget 2020. It's done. This is the life we live now. Let's make the best of it. Let's take from it what we can and not accept just what people give us. Man, let's just make it happen. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.